It's so
I tried to open my eyes wider. It did not work out.
Okay, well, we haven't done a live in 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yeah, is anybody still out there?
We miss you.
I know.
They're there.
Honey, I'm home.
Yeah, because you went far away.
I did.
Yeah, where'd you go?
I went to Big Bend
Was it big?
to see the wildflowers that weren't there yet.
Was it bendy?
Yeah, was it flexible or was
It
it like
wa-
a permanent bend?
It was a permanent bend, and it was very big. It was very big and very beautiful.
You saw that rock that sits on top of the other rocks?
Balanced rock. Yes,
What
is
an
what
Why
it's
would they
called.
appropriate
call it
name.
that?
Original. I wonder what that is.
About. I almost fell for it.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
So very cool, very cool. We only have this one camera today because apparently we only have this one camera.
We're
today.
amateurs today?
We forgot how to do everything.
Nah, we good.
Just
We only
being
need the
honest.
one. It's just straight on light.
That's really all anybody needs
Yep.
to
Yep.
like deal with here.
Yeah. So
It's enough.
being that I'm not actually seeing anyone watching.
Yeah, everybody's given up on us. So sorry
are we
we were
here?
gone for 2 weeks.
Okay, you see us.
We are here. This is on the Princess Craft page.
Okay. Oh, we're live. There's
Yeah.
one, and it's you.
I'm watching myself.
That's okay.
Okay,
Okay, sorry. I will turn this down.
that's fine.
Okay, so.
Oh, look, it shows us one right here. I can see the count right there.
Whoa, that's crazy. But I'm pretty sure the count is just on a certain page. So if this is on the RV Small Talk page and the Facebook page, that count only counts for one of those pages.
Okay, well, I see 4 people. So, hi, 4 people.
Hey, one of them is me. The other one is Paul.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome back. We haven't. Hey, there's
Hey,
Angela.
Angela.
We haven't been here in
Hello.
quite some time. We apologize for that.
Yes.
We've been doing some things, some hard working, but also a lot of
Don't make excuses.
camping.
Well, how about
Don't
how
make
about
excuses.
how about not excuses? But the first week, I was camping. I left that Friday for
Yeah, and-
camping.
Nobody told us it was Friday at noon.
If nobody
And then
tells us.
The next week, I was here, and they were camping, and I looked up on Friday, and it was 2:00. And so that's
Same thing that happened to
I
us.
totally dropped the ball. I am so sorry I missed you.
We didn't apologize that much for when we looked up and it was 2:00.
We
the
need
week before.
like a big like timer, you know, like the stock market thingy where
Oh
the,
yeah.
with the timer and the ding ding.
You
and
know, okay.
so like
in all
every
fairness,
Friday at noon,
hey,
it'll just
you know,
like
your
lights flashing.
phone, our computers. There's a million reminders we could set, and we just blew it. We just blew it.
Okay, so before we ramble too much, our thoughts for this live, though we can go anywhere that your comments and questions take us, we're fine with that, was to kind of talk about the wildflowers, what we know about them here in Texas, and if you're elsewhere, you can tell us what your neck of the woods looks like. Down here, we know that it's going to be delayed.
I would try to
Are
make
you
it.
okay?
No,
Yeah.
I tried to hide. Just keep talking.
And certainly if you have other any other questions or comments for us, we would totally love to field those because we're not totally prepared, to be honest. Hey, look, my other camera showed up. Let's try it.
Oh, hey.
Hi, other
Hey.
camera. Welcome
Wow.
to the show, other camera.
Hey.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, back here.
Okay,
We
so
we went to Big Bend thinking we could see wildflowers because it was supposed to be like the window, and
but
it was so cool to see these cactuses and with
Tumbleweeds.
giant buds literally all over them because they got snow, they got more water than usual, so they were all ready to bloom. But we probably saw 2 flowers the whole time.
Yeah,
and
well-
I mean, these were covered with buds.
But the delay, everyone across the state, the delay for everything that we usually see blooming right now, or the trees even turning green again, is because of our deep freeze.
The
Are we going deep
freeze.
freeze?
Well, okay, but is that really true? Because
Yeah.
that's what everybody down there said.
Yeah,
But
even the
when I looked
experts say
online,
that.
but I looked online
The
and they all
experts.
said, "Oh no, we're on track for great wildflowers, just like usual. Same time. Don't worry about it. You'll be good." But yeah, they just popped out this week.
Because
here.
even the oak trees, which are as native can get down here, are having trouble waking up.
I know. That's why the pollen was so bad last week.
So, I believe there's a delay, and I do think we're gonna have good flowers in our neck of the woods, but I don't think it's gonna be quite the same window.
Yeah. Mid-April is a little bit late for our flowers. Usually it's earlier, but you never know. Do you think it'll be a good flower year?
I think there are going to be other places that are going to have their more normal year than us. If we have decent flowers, it'll be a shorter window because it gets too hot. But maybe out east, maybe out west, where they had a standard winter, they're probably great. But we're going to have to rely on people who travel those places and live those places to tell us better information.
What they're seeing.
So, the wildflowers are late or kind of only halfway happening. The only thing I can think about is the bees.
That's right, because bees are your thing. Notice the honey color.
Everything.
Yeah.
Personality. Thank you.
Yes. She has bee stickers on her car.
I have bees everywhere.
She is a
Bees
trained
flying around her car.
beekeeper.
But listen, trained? No.
She trained herself, but she's trained. She knows the things that she told herself.
Okay.
What? Do that again.
Yeah. So no flowers means bees are hurting. So.
Well, I will tell you, in Big Bend, that's what we did see was bees.
Oh, good.
There
Around the
were-
trash can.
No, they're really good about their trash down there. I mean, they are strict. A lot of creatures. But, hey!
Popping up there.
Hi, Sarah.
Sarah
Thanks
said
for joining
the
us.
flowers are just starting to bloom in North Carolina. That's what we really want to hear is where are you and how many flowers are you seeing?
Yes.
Is it just Texas that's flowerless?
Yeah, the only flower I've seen so far, we've had a few bluebonnets and whatnot, but not what I'm used to. But the flower I've definitely seen, and I see him once or twice a year, is this little bitty skunk named Flower.
Flower.
And he don't smell so good, but I've seen him twice. Not on the road. Like
I think you
where
were
he
trying
should
to
be.
say something
I was,
serious.
but was
I'm
it
sorry.
important? I was going to say bees in, we found trees that were blooming, a lot of trees that were budding. And I think there were mesquite trees, but sometimes other trees too, certain ones, they were just like vibrating because there was so many bees on them.
Well, that's the only place they
And
could eat.
It was just amazing. It was amazing. And I'd look and look. Occasionally I'd see one or two bees, but I mean, it was loud. It was loud so that you had to raise your voice to talk over them.
I love
when
that.
they would be like in these big trees. So there's certainly bees there. It was
They're just all in one
amazing.
spot.
Sarah,
It
I
was
am so
amazing.
sorry. We can see your comments down on Lindsay's phone, but I can't see them on my display here for some
Well,
reason.
I think it's because she's watching my reshare. You're gonna have to
okay.
show me how to do this
Okay.
the right way, instead of going to the Princess Craft page and watching, or our RV Small Talk page and
Okay.
watching the live there.
Usually I'd be popping your comments right up here, but I can't do that. So we'll just say what you say.
She said last week should have been our last freeze. Don't say that out loud
No.
because it should have been.
But we're also at a record high temperature today.
Really?
Yeah, we're almost 100 degrees here in Texas.
Really?
Yeah.
Today?
I put my kid in long sleeves.
Do I have a coat on?
You have an app for that.
It's fine. He'll be fine.
Sweat, kid, sweat.
He's releasing toxins.
The kid has no pounds to lose.
I know. Okay,
He's so skinny.
he really likes long sleeve shirts. It's a fight to
Fair
get him
enough.
in short
Fair
sleeves.
enough.
So
If it's what he likes,
I
why
didn't fight it. Sarah spent way too much on flowers and plants
Oh, is it time to
For the bees?
plant those?
for the bees.
I guess it's time.
it is time.
Mesquite trees are blooming in Texas, and when the mesquite
mesquite.
trees start budding, that's when traditionally we all say winter freezes are over. So,
Yeah, it's also when all
and
the,
they have started. They started
Allergies?
last week. Oh yeah, that's when I quit breathing.
yeah, when the mesquite trees start coming back to life, that's when all the tires at the ranch start getting holes.
What?
Why?
They
Because
have
they have giant thorns on them.
And we apparently don't clear out our mesquite trees, so we drive over them with our little John Deere Gator ATV because the kids like to go for a ride. We plug so many tires.
Mesquite trees are nasty. They're just nasty things.
This is great.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, well.
Angela, if you're still watching,
Yeah,
are
Angela.
there flowers where
Are there
you
flowers
are?
where you
Feed
are?
us some information.
There are 6 people watching. I need to know about all the flowers.
So usually by now we see fields of bluebonnets here, some what we call Indian paintbrushes. Is it time for the little wine cups? Is that right now? Because I haven't seen any of those.
Like the pink buttercup things where
Yeah,
you
yeah.
eat the middle of it and it tastes like honey.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those either.
You eat the middle?
Yeah.
Flowers are
Well,
edible.
you suck on the middle. You don't eat it. You could
Okay.
eat it.
Okay.
It tastes like honey at the end of it.
Precisely.
I'm pretty sure you taught me how to do this in
Oh.
elementary school.
Oh, well,
Stop talking. You have a flower.
Here, Lindsay.
Just try to eat this.
this.
I don't know.
Does it taste good?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
No, you would have done that to your little sister.
True.
Yeah.
But it really does taste like, I still do it as an adult.
Do the
Does anybody else
snozzberries
eat
taste like
flowers?
snozzberries?
Please. Please tell me I'm not crazy. Who eats
No,
flowers?
no. You're fine. Totally.
Dandelions are so good for you.
I've heard of people eating rose petals, and it's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, they put it on the pizza or whatever.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Not me.
I'll make you some dandelion tea.
Okay. Deal.
I drive Highway 130 a few days a week and have been good patches of bluebonnets.
Yeah.
And that's where
Yeah.
you see them, not in like the big beautiful fields where you can take pictures and stuff. I haven't seen
Yeah.
any of those. I see them on the highway.
Well, some of those fields, like out at our ranch, we would actually throw out bluebonnet seeds, but we probably would have tried to throw them out during that freeze week.
You
To be
throw them out
honest.
the window like while you're driving?
No, we actually get on foot, and,
Oh, cool.
or we ride around on the gator and get holes in our tires.
What? What about your backyard? You have like a wildflower mecca back there. Do you have anything?
We have a few strays that have popped up, but we have some larkspur and a few other things that have actually bloomed, and they're gorgeous. But not a lot of it. Everything else, the lantana is just starting to come back. And I would say about 50% of everything in our yard died.
Okay.
So the things that used to bloom kind of all through the spring and summer, I don't know what's going to be there
Yeah.
because a lot of it is not coming back. Of course, all the cactuses in our yard died, the yuccas and everything. They're all
They're not
Well,
made
they
for
were
that.
yucca.
they were yucca. They're really yucca now.
Back to the bees, Lindsay. You know a thing or two. You expert, self-trained. You told yourself everything. What can we all do? Because if we're RVers and campers, we like wildlife and we know the benefit of bees. What can we do to?
I'm
help
so
'em?
glad you asked. Bing! No, actually, it's really, really easy just to help out the bees. Whether or not there's flowers, you just get like a little dish, like a ramekin or, I don't know, a bowl works,
Mason jar
whatever.
lid?
A lid to
Yeah.
something.
My coffee mug.
Your coffee mug.
That says
No,
just be cool.
it's cool.
And just put sugar into water and mix it up.
How much sugar and water?
Like,
Half and half? Like, does it matter?
no, like you want a good amount of sugar.
Okay.
And just mix it up. But the important thing here is bees can't land on water like other bugs, like mosquitoes and stuff. You know, they land on the top of the water and then they drink it. So if your dish isn't shallow enough, you
Give
just
'em
put
floaties.
little tiny, blow them up.
You got to put one on each leg.
Aw, floaties. This should be my next tattoo.
A bee with floaties on.
Yes. 1 to 4. Thanks, Sarah. I mean, yeah.
Thank you, Sarah.
You want enough sugar.
I need details.
Uh,
Right?
And just put like some stones,
Some
or
rocks in the middle of
in
it,
there, just so,
so they can land on it?
Yeah,
I'm
or
gonna
else
do
they'll drown.
one better.
And that's not going to help them.
I'm gonna give them their meal of sugar, water, and a treat. I'm gonna, instead of stones, I'm putting scones.
Does anybody want him?
I'm cheap.
Anybody? I'm cheap.
And I'm about to be free.
As in available?
Yes.
I mean, if I lose my job because of dad jokes.
I can't stop. No, but seriously, it's something really easy everybody can do at their house, in their backyard, when you're camping. Just
Yeah.
mix up some sugar water. Make it like a fun kid thing.
If you're in the South, I've always had luck feeding the bees with open Dr. Pepper cans.
Yes.
What?
Man, because how many people do you know who have had a Dr. Pepper can, they go for a drink and they get stung on their lip?
High fructose corn syrup is not the best for bees,
But it's always worked.
it's better than starving.
Yeah, it's like that PU stink bait whenever you're going catfishing. It works.
Oh, what about hummingbird feeders? Because we put those out,
Do
and
those
they
work
always
for
have
bees?
bees running around them. Can
I
bees
don't.
drink
What do
out
you
of
put
those?
in hummingbird feeders?
Sugar water?
Sugar water
Cool.
with red coloring in them.
But like, yeah, I don't see why not, because they have their little proboscis.
What? Mm-hmm.
Both of you. Hush. Somebody talk to us.
Oh, I can't breathe.
We haven't done this in 3 weeks. We're a little rusty.
Because we have bees at our hummingbird feeder, so
Okay.
that's where we.
I think that
bees.
works. Yeah.
Hey, can you tell that to that camera just so I can use that camera?
Is
We have bees in our hummingbird feeders, just in case you didn't hear me the first time.
also
Camera 1.
where are you? We've heard from Sarah and Angela. I know there's a few more people. Where do you live? What flowers are you seeing? Any flowers?
Do you
Are you
even
going
care?
camping soon? Do you like bees?
Yeah.
Have you ever been stung by a bee?
Do you have a proboscis?
They all have proboscis, but I don't know
Oh
about
my god,
proboscis.
I need a tissue.
Something came out of her proboscis.
I'm cackling.
Did you have a leak of proboscis mucus?
Tell me about the camper you were in this past weekend, Lindsay. Okay.
Tell me more.
It's an Intech sold on, and it was gorgeous. So I actually went with one of my friends, and we went camping in Fredericksburg, Texas, at Mandy Lee's photography workshop. So the whole idea was to take people out there, teach them how to use their cameras to photograph flowers.
Did you use a camera or did you use your phone?
I used my phone, and I mostly took pictures of me jumping off of a broken down golf cart.
That's a cool picture, though.
I know.
That is really cool.
I like it.
We should post it in the group.
And
later.
then the other cool picture was you and Kate in my camper,
Yes. 'Cause
which
she
is a
was there.
big one, a little camper. It's the big version.
It's like her trailer had a baby is my trailer.
Here's Max Brandenburg waiting on their Terra patiently so they can go camping.
Max, you are waiting patiently.
Yeah.
A lot more patiently than
many.
I was gonna not try to throw everybody under the bus, but
we didn't say most. We said
but
many.
Can you
Many.
imagine I mean, I guess we
hard.
can't imagine because we hear a lot of the phone calls, requests on when it's coming. It's hard. You've been looking forward to this for a long time, and it's the stinking coolest trailer
so cool.
available. Except for wait, where's my hands? Available, but it's hard. It's taking its time arriving at the dealerships.
Yeah. Well, I waited 5 or 6
All these
months for
comments.
my trailer, but that's different because
Oh, these are all. From
it
YouTube.
wasn't out yet.
Oh,
So
connected to YouTube.
when it finally got up there and it was available, I was able to snag my prototype, but I waited like everybody else. It's different because first of all, there was nothing to be had because it wasn't finished, and it wasn't camping season, in all fairness. It wasn't beautiful springtime. Really hard to wait right now.
Polly
for sure.
Polly McDonald wants a Terra so bad. Everybody wants a Terra so
Oh,
bad.
Polly. Do you
But-
have one on order, Polly?
And
Or you just...
if you want to just come hang out in one, PJ's is here on the lot, and she you bring her a cup of coffee, and she'll let you just sit in it for a little bit.
Yeah, if I'm not camping, my trailer is here.
Yeah.
Come
Okay.
hang out.
I mean, Max, thank you.
We haven't even bugged you about it.
You are the best.
I mean, if we have an update, we'll tell you. I promise. It's funny. Like a lot, I'm working actually in the parts department today, and I'm noticing that it's just like people with units on order, which I'm used to doing up here. It's like customers call and want an update, so we call manufacturers asking for an update, and manufacturers call their part suppliers for an update, and it's just like boink, 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 and then like it goes back to the customer with,
We're not sure.
We're trying. So that's kind of funny. I mean, not funny, but
So again, I'm sorry if we're not seeing your comments. It's because my software is only connecting to the YouTube channel. I'm only seeing YouTube channel comments right here. We're seeing a few on Lindsay's phone. So my apologies. Tech guy is not teching guy. Well,
you have
today.
you have two jobs, tech and dad jokes. You're killing it, one of them.
So, anywho, yeah.
Mike
sorry.
said he just pulled into Ledges State Park for the weekend. Not many flowers, but half a dozen beautiful cardinals. 6 cardinals? Okay, that sounds fun. In
Yes.
Iowa. I've never been to Iowa. Iowa?
Iowa? Iowa. I don't think I've been to Iowa. I'm trying to think. That's where Ragbri is, where Richard always wanted to go.
Ragbri?
Ragbri.
Is that a park?
No. Ragbri is a cross-country, cross-Iowa bicycle ride.
Oh yeah, you mentioned this before. But he
Yeah.
wants to just see the ride.
No.
He wants to ride it.
Well, he did. I don't know if he still does.
He did. He went through a biker phase.
Cycling biker face.
Yes.
He rode from
The other one's
Houston.
coming next.
On our 25th wedding anniversary, he finished up a ride from Houston to Austin.
And he finished it carrying a sign that said "Happy 25th."
Was it
BJ.
the MS 150?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a cool ride.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was when kept talking about Ragbri, and he's like, "Okay, I'll just ride it. You can just drive along next to me." And I'm like, "Okay, I can do that, whatever." But we just never got it in the schedule. Like so many things that we all wish we do, we never got it in the schedule.
So Polly, who wants a Terra, said she watched the first video on them on your YouTube channel and fell in love. She's an Airstream fan, but this just really sucked me in. We're hearing that a lot with like the Airstream Terra crossover. There's a lot of similarities. We are just tent campers currently. I'm waiting to see how production goes in the next year. I missed the beginning of this. How was y'all's first Terra trip?
Amazing. It was actually our third. We had 2 small ones. Big Bend was the third trip. It was the first one we did with just us, just the 2 of us. And we were in Big Bend, so what do you do there? You hike. So we were outside the whole time. Our camping spot had about 6 inches on each side, so we couldn't do much outdoor sitting, to the side. But the trailer itself, it is every bit as amazing as you think it would be, because you still feel like you're outside when you sit in the dinette. I mean, you still feel like you're on like this beautiful sun porch or something. And everything worked great. I had a nice big counter for making coffee, it's kind of what I do. And everything, it was just great.
That's what everybody's
I have
saying
no complaints.
in the Terra group is, I've watched the video 15 times and I feel like I've seen the trailer so much, but then you actually physically step in it and you're like, wow, it's even better than I thought it would be.
It is even better.
So
There's
that's kind of cool.
very active Terra group on Facebook with lots of information. There's I think 3 or 4 production models now in the hands of customers. They are camping. They are sharing their experiences, their mods, their stories. And I do believe that with the success of Terra and the fact that Intech is currently building their new factory, I think that this backlog is going to be worked through easily within the year. I would guess less than that. I think that it's going to be smooth sailing in a matter of months is my hope. No, you don't think so?
I don't think so. I think this time next year there will be a 6-month backlog.
Well,
Still.
6 months. We got
Right
people...
now, it's
6
year.
months is a normal.
Exactly.
Right now it's a year.
Amount of time
I think
to
a year
wait.
from now it will still be 6 months.
Do you think it's because of component issues?
Because I think
trouble
it'll
getting components?
be over a year before they're actually up and running in the new factory.
Mm-hmm.
And so until they can get a bigger run going, I mean, it's gaining. We're still taking orders, and we're telling people sometime next spring.
Yeah.
So
We just took an order for
it's
one
kinda crazy.
like 2 days ago.
So I don't think that they're going to catch up anytime soon. So if you do like it, you ought to put your name on one, because you can always renege a year from now, because it's going to be more than a year before you get it for most people, at least here at Princess Craft. we did have an interesting thing happen. You know how people are always worried about that woven floor, and they're like, "Oh, it's going to be hard to clean."
Mm-hmm.
Well, on the way down, we have the prototype, so it has those little press magnetic
I saw
cabinets.
in your, I saw that those were taped.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, what happens is they vibrate, and if they vibrate and
They
something
press
is up
themselves
against it,
and-
they open themselves, basically. So they're not like that now. They're magnets, which are really great.
Yeah.
So mine will be switched on those upper cabinets because that's where we put our pantry. But in an entire bottle of Central Texas olive ranch
No.
extra virgin olive oil that we love.
Not the olive oil.
I know. Really?
This is like a Christmas
Tradition.
gift every year. Like everybody gets this bottle of olive oil. It's so good you could drink it.
Well, ours
That
fell
is
out
not healthy, but go
and
ahead.
completely emptied
Have you met me?
onto the floor. And it is a big bottle.
So
How's
did
the
it
floor?
soak
Completely
up?
empty.
Yeah, but how's the floor?
Well, skating would have been really fun. I will
you're
tell you.
That's what I'm doing after this.
so glad.
Yeah. So we wiped it up, and then I just laid paper towels over it.
to absorb it up.
And we walked on the paper towels for a day or two, and it's perfect.
Really?
It is perfect. It was so easy to clean, and it was perfect. And I was like, wow, why is everybody so worried about these floors?
Because
They're
they haven't had an olive
amazing.
oil experience yet.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
You worry about stuff that you don't have experience with yet.
I'm not gonna lie. I was worried about it because it is woven. So I mean, it's literally like this, and I just feel like with the dirt tracking in and stuff, it's gonna get down in there, and you won't be able to get it out.
And with a little oil in there, the dirt kind of collected in the corners of some places. And I just got a damp rag. I think I put a little bit of Dawn detergent on it and just wiped it up and then dried it off. Perfect.
Awesome.
Is it
Perfect.
100%?
It was amazing.
Is it 100% woven, or is there a woven layer on top of a backing layer?
You know, I want to ask that because I don't actually know, but after my experience, it must have a backing on it because it was super easy. I mean, it was still a sad day to lose all that olive oil. It is so good, but floor was fine. Didn't
We're
damage
taking
anything.
a collection. Go to our
Yes.
GoFundMe for PJ's olive oil.
So anyway, that was really
PJ's
the only
olive
thing.
oil.
Yeah.
Max wants to know, where at Big Bend did you stay?
Ooh, I get this question. We stayed at this interesting place. There's not a ton of options, but we stayed at a place called Studi Butte
Studi Butte?
RV Park.
Studi Butte.
I think it's study butt.
Well, no, Study Butt is what you say if you're not from Texas.
Oh.
Studi Butte.
Yeah, it's pronounced. It is spelled Study Butt, but it's Studi Butte. And
There's no E on the end?
My
of-
butt needs to
it
study.
is well, there is an E on the
There
end.
Oh, yeah,
is.
if there's an E on the end, then it's Butte.
But
Yes, And so that's where we stayed, and it is across from the Cottonwood convenience store, which is really a mercantile store that has literally everything you want, from groceries to
Texas olive oil.
probably Texas olive oil. I didn't look, but it has a baked goods. It has essential oils. It has tools. It has firewood. It has gasoline. It has just literally anything you want there. It is an everything store, and it's very cool. So, but we're only a few minutes from the entrance to Big Bend, and it's tough to find someplace close.
Yeah.
There are a couple of parks right there. That's where we stayed. It's an interesting place. A lot of eclectic campers, a lot of eclectic people, and a graveyard. Super
Did you
plush.
get any besides the Luna that parked next to you? Did you get any people saying, can I see inside your trailer, or what the hell is that?
Including the people that parked next to us, which, one more shout out, it was wonderful to meet the gang next door. What are the odds that we would park get parked next to a Luna? Park next to a Luna? Really?
That's funny.
That was so
Who
cool.
was there first?
We were there first. And
Okay.
it was Carol and, help me, Chuck. Carol and Chuck.
Carol and Chuck.
I'm going to take your
Carol
word
and
for it. I
I'm a
wasn't there.
helper.
I get nervous. But yes, and so cool. And, they were from a long way away. They were from Georgia, I think.
That's really
And
cool.
so They had come to Big Bend and they had their friends with them. Steve and his wife, hilarious, had a great time. But it was a great park, great place to be, very eclectic. You know, you're a stone's throw from the entrance to the park, and you're a stone's throw from Terlingua to eat at the Starlight, because you got to eat at the Starlight when you go to Big Bend. Yeah, all good. It was perfect. It was great. Highly recommend.
Did you like Fredericksburg? Is it perfect? Would you recommend? 10 out of 10?
I found these sunglasses that are shaped like a cloud, and they have raindrops coming down, so pretty much perfect.
Okay, will you bring those next time?
Yes, $7.
Yes.
That's really proud of them. But yeah, it was really, really fun. We like explored Fredericksburg for one day, and then the other day we just sat in the trailer and did nothing, which was really nice. It was the first time I've been camping in my trailer without kids, and it was really fun.
Yeah, and we were at the KOA.
There,
because I stopped there on the way home.
there weren't a lot of flowers, but
There was a longhorn.
yeah,
a longhorn next door?
So like the last night of the workshop, everybody sits down and they put up a big projector screen and they kind of show everybody's pictures that they had taken during the workshop, and that was really fun. Those pictures were awesome. And some of them were really, really awesome. And
We should send you with a camera next time.
I know, right? The whole idea was to take pictures of wildflowers, but since there weren't any wildflowers,
She acted wild and they took pictures of her.
there was some there was some really creative pictures that came out of it, because they just took pictures of whatever they found, and I really enjoyed that part.
Well, Fredericksburg is also known for wineries and distilleries, and we
Yes.
don't mean just a few.
No.
Yes.
Miles and
Tons,
miles
Just
of wineries.
everywhere.
And
it's,
peaches.
It's covered.
They're
And
good for peaches.
They're known for peaches, although I only saw 1 or 2 peach stands. It's a
Millions
little
of
early.
peaches.
It is early.
But,
It is early.
Peaches for
But I
me.
mean a million
Millions
wineries
of
and
peaches.
distilleries to go
Peaches
to.
for free.
So
Peaches come from a can. All right.
so that was really fun. And they went to Lukenbach, which, you know.
I did not go to Lukenbach.
If you're old like me, you'll know Lukenbach. If you're young, you have to be cool to know Lukenbach.
I know Lukenbach. I just didn't want to go.
And that's okay.
It's just a building.
I know Shinerbach.
So,
I know
yeah,
Sebastian
Lukenbach is
Bach.
kind of fun. There's
Do you
always
really?
live music.
Yeah,
there.
we're tight.
You and Shiner?
No, Sebastian.
me and Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Yeah.
Oh, besties.
Besties.
There you go. So there were still cool pictures. There's always something fun to do
Yeah.
in Fredericksburg, for sure.
Yeah, cool. So before we go, I am working on editing the next podcast. It's episode 83, I think. And we talked to some full-time campers who've been out there for a few years, 3 years, many miles. We kind of picked their
Yeah.
brains on what you should think through to full-time, kind of the expenses, finances, and things like that. So be looking for that. I hope to have that released.
And
our
they're just
time.
characters. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
part of the fun.
It was a lot of
They're
fun
just
recording
characters.
that episode.
Yeah, I mean, and I was really surprised when I asked them what they did for a living before they decided to retire
Yeah.
and be full time. They ran casinos.
Yes, it's true.
I should
Pretty
have
cool.
expected the characters. It was great fun.
So we'll hopefully have that out our time Sunday evening. Certainly Monday is my target for sure. And so be looking for that. Listen to it, like it, review it, share it, whatnot. And anything
Hey guys,
else?
you guys are the ones that talk to us. We have the questions at rvsmalltalk.com where you can always ask a question. We love it, and we need your questions. So you guys are brave enough to join us here on Friday at noon. So send us any questions or anything you'd like to talk
I
about.
mean, like tech questions, if you literally have like a technical question about your camper, or just general questions.
Yeah,
like,
I'm going camping. What do I do? What about this place?
what parks do you like in this state, or where should I, go? We
Anything.
don't know. Just ask us questions, because we want to give you guys the content that you want. So you can email questions at rvsmalltalk.com, but we just set up a phone number, so you
But I
can.
don't remember what that number is.
Oh,
We have that number. It's in our most recent episodes of the podcast. I'll have to look it up because it's not committed to memory yet.
we'll tell you the number
The
next week.
last 4 numbers are 1311.
That is not helpful. It's not helpful. Questions at rvsmalltalk.com. Just go there.
We will see you next week.
I hope so. We'll be here next week. We're going to set alarms. We have the technology.